Sam had always loved cooking. Back on Earth, he used to say that food was the easiest way to make friends. He never thought his love for cooking would one day save lives on a faraway planet. But now, Sam stood on dry, cracked ground, looking up at two suns burning in a dusty orange sky, wishing he had a simple kitchen instead of the open desert around him. The crash had happened quickly. Sam was traveling as a guest cook on the Starwind, a ship owned by the Yulari, a group of aliens who had wanted to try Earth food. There was a storm in space and something hit the ship, sending it spinning toward the nearest planet. Everything had gone dark, and when Sam woke up, he was already on the surface, surrounded by broken metal and frightened voices. The Yulari crew were not like humans. They were taller, thin, and had blue skin that looked almost silver in the light. Their faces were gentle, but now they looked tired and scared. Some had cuts or bruises, and all of them seemed weak. Sam saw the captain, Zara, walking slowly from one crew member to another, checking for injuries and giving orders in a soft voice. Her calm was the only thing keeping the crew from panicking. Sam's first thought was food and water. He knew from his training that people needed hope and comfort after a disaster. For humans, a warm meal could mean everything. But the Yulari had lost all their supplies in the crash. Their food stores had burned, and only a few emergency rations remained. Zara was trying to save them, but Sam could see they would not last. Long dot, after making sure no one was hurt too badly, Sam joined the crew by the wreckage. There was almost no shade on the planet. The ground was dry, with cracks running across it, and only a few small plants grew nearby. Some were short and thorny, while others looked like gray grass. The air was hot and made Sam sweat, even though he tried to sit still. He saw Finn, one of the younger Yulari, sitting with his head in his hands, his silver eyes looking lost. Sam looked at the captain. "How much food do we have?" he asked quietly. Zara shook her head. "Not enough. Maybe one meal for each person. If we are careful." Sam looked at the tiny packet in Zara's hand. The food was gray and hard, made to last a long time but not to taste good. He knew the Yulari needed more than this if they were going to survive until rescue. "What about the plants here?" Sam asked. "Do you know if any are safe to eat?" Zara looked out at the empty land. "We have no records for this planet. We have never landed here. Yulari cannot eat most alien plants. Some are poison to us." Sam nodded. He understood the risk. But he also knew that waiting and doing nothing was not going to help. He stood up and brushed the dust from his pants. "I want to try." "I know. Some tricks for checking if plants are safe. At home, I used to camp in the wild and cook with whatever I could find." "Maybe I can find something for you." The crew looked at him with tired hope. Sam could see they were hungry. Their skin seemed paler, and some were shaking from weakness. Even Zara, who tried to hide it, looked tired. "I will help you," Finn said, standing up and wiping his eyes. "I want to learn. I do not want to just wait." Sam smiled and nodded. "All right, let's do this together." They searched the area near the wreck. Sam took a small knife and a few tools from the crash, like a scanner that could test for some poisons. He showed Finn how to dig up roots and check if the plants were fresh. Sam knew that some plants might be dangerous, but if they were careful, they could test small amounts. The first few hours were hard. The sun was strong, and both Sam and Finn were tired. But they found a patch of strange green bulbs under a low bush. Sam cut one open. It smelled like a turnip, and the scanner said it was not poisonous for humans. Sam touched a bit to his tongue. It was bitter but not burning. He spit it out just in case. Finn watched closely. "What does it taste like?" he asked. "Bitter," Sam said, making a face. "But not terrible. Maybe we can cook it to make it better." They brought their finds back to the crew. The Yulari watched as Sam cooked over a small fire made from broken parts and dried grass. He boiled the bulbs and mashed them, adding water to make a thin soup. The smell was strange, not like any food on Earth, but Sam hoped it would be safe. Zara took the first taste, dipping a small spoon into the pot. She tasted carefully, closing her eyes. After a moment, she opened them and nodded. "It is different, but it does not hurt. I think we can eat this." Finn smiled for the first time since the crash. The crew each took a small bowl. The soup was plain, but after days of almost nothing, it felt warm and good in their stomachs. Sam watched their faces and felt a small bit of pride. He was just a cook, but now he was doing something that mattered. That night, as the two suns set, the Yulari gathered close together. Sam sat beside them, looking up at the stars and thinking about home. He wondered if anyone would come to rescue them, but for now, he was glad to have made one good meal, and he promised himself he would find more ways to help. The desert was cold at night, but Sam felt warmth in his heart. He had given the crew hope, even if just for one day. And as he drifted off to sleep, he dreamed of new recipes and new friends, far from Earth, but not alone. Sam woke up early, before the suns had risen high in the sky. The planet was cold in the morning, and the air felt fresh against his skin. He could see his breath when he exhaled. Around him, the Yulari crew was still sleeping close together. Sam moved quietly, not wanting to disturb them. He was already thinking about breakfast, even if he did not know what he could cook yet. He took his small bag of tools and went to check on the plants he and Finn had found yesterday. The soup they had made had kept everyone from being hungry for one more night, but it was only a start. Sam knew they needed more food and better meals if they wanted to stay strong. He also knew that the same plant every day would get boring and might not be enough for good health. Finn woke up soon after and joined Sam. "Did you sleep?" Finn asked in his quiet voice. "A little," Sam said. "I kept thinking about new foods. We need more than one kind of plant. I want to see if we can find something else." Finn nodded. He picked up a metal stick and followed Sam across the sand and dry grass. The sky was turning blue and gold. Sam pointed to a patch of tall, thin plants near some rocks. He knelt down and pulled a few out of the ground. The roots were thick, and when Sam cut one open, it was white inside, not green or red. He touched it to his tongue again, as he had before, and waited for any burning or strange feeling. "It is not bitter," Sam said. "It might be good." They took a few back to camp. Zara was awake now. She watched as Sam worked. "You are not afraid?" she asked him. "I am afraid of making a mistake," Sam said, "but not of trying. I know we have to be careful. But I think we can find food here if we try hard." Zara smiled just a little. She respected courage, even from a human who was not a soldier or a pilot. She told the others to help Sam and Finn. The whole crew searched together, looking for anything that looked like food. They found round, blue fruits on a vine, and Sam was careful to test these too. He cut them open, looked for seeds, and checked for any smell. He used the scanner to see if there was anything dangerous inside. The scanner beeped and showed a green light. Sam smiled. "I think these are safe for humans and Yulari. Maybe they will taste sweet." Everyone gathered around as Sam tasted the blue fruit. It was a little sour, but not bad. Finn tried a small bite. His eyes widened. "This is good," Finn said, surprised. The other Yulari tried it next, and soon they were smiling and eating more. For the first time, laughter was heard at the camp. The crew forgot their worries for a short while. Sam wanted to make the food better. He found a flat stone and used it as a pan. He cut up the roots and the blue fruit and cooked them together over the fire. The smell was strong and new, not like any food on Earth or Yulari homeworld. The taste was different too, but it was good enough to make the Yulari happy. They sat together and ate until their stomachs were full. After breakfast, Sam asked Finn to show him around the area. He wanted to learn about the land. The ground was rocky in some places, but there were also small valleys and patches of strange grass. Sam saw that the desert was not empty. It was just hard to find the right things if you did not look carefully. As they walked, Finn told Sam about his family on the Yulari homeworld. He said that food was a big part of his culture. They had festivals and dances, and every important day had a special meal. Finn missed his family and the taste of home. Sam listened and felt sorry for him. He wanted to make something that would bring comfort, even if it was made from alien plants. They found more plants and roots. Some were not safe. Sam tried the safe test each time. He looked for signs of bad effects and only took a small bite at first. One root made his tongue numb, so he threw it away and told the crew not to touch it. Another plant made his lips burn. Sam spat it out quickly and rinsed his mouth with water. He was careful and made notes on what worked and what did not. Back at camp, Sam started to teach Finn how to cook. He showed him how to cut, boil, and mash the roots. He explained how heat could make some food safe or taste better. Finn watched and copied Sam's actions. He was not as skilled, but he was a fast learner. The crew helped by bringing more water and wood for the fire. They worked together, and the mood in the camp changed. There was more hope and less fear. Zara was pleased. She thanked Sam for his courage and his care for her crew. As the sun moved higher, the heat became hard to bear. Sam used pieces of the ship to build a small shade for the kitchen area. He made a table from metal parts and set out the food. He wanted the crew to eat together, not just take food and leave. Mealtime became a time to talk and share stories. The Yllari told Sam about their favorite meals at home, and Sam told them about food on Earth. By evening, everyone was tired, but fed. The camp felt more like a home now. Sam looked at the faces around him. They were smiling and laughing. Even Zara looked happy. Finn asked Sam to teach him more about human food and cooking. Sam agreed. He liked having a student and a friend. That night, as the stars appeared, Sam sat by the fire and wrote in his notebook. He listed all the plants they had found, what was safe and what was not. He felt proud. He had turned a disaster into something better. He did not know when rescue would come, but he was sure they could survive as long as they had hope, courage, and food to share. Sam closed his eyes and listened to the quiet sounds of the camp. He was far from home, but for the first time, he felt he truly belonged. Sam woke up to the sound of quiet voices outside. He opened his eyes and saw a soft blue light shining through the cracks in the old metal shelter. The Yllari crew was already awake. Some were talking and others were busy collecting more roots and fruit. Sam felt proud as he watched them. A few days ago, the crew had looked tired and weak, but now, even though they were still worried, there was new energy in the camp. He stepped outside and stretched his arms. Finn greeted him with a big smile. "Good morning, Sam." "We found more. Blue fruit and a new kind of leaf. Do you want to see it?" Sam nodded. He walked with Finn to a patch of short bush near the camp. Finn showed him some flat green leaves. They were thick and had a strange smell, almost like pepper. Sam picked one and tasted a small part, just as he always did. The taste was strong, but it did not burn or make him feel sick. He looked at Finn and said, "I think this could be good in a soup. Let's try cooking it." Together, they brought the leaves back to the cooking area. Other crew members came to help. Sam showed them how to wash the leaves and cut them into small pieces. He mixed the leaves with roots and blue fruit, then placed everything in a pot with water. As the fire warmed the pot, a strange but nice smell filled the air. The crew watched with hope. Zara walked over and watched them cook. "You have made us strong again, Sam," she said softly. "Our food was gone, our hope was gone too, but you gave us both back." Sam smiled at the captain. "I just did what I could. Food always brings people together, even if they're not from the same planet." When the soup was ready, Sam filled small bowls and handed them out. The Yllari tasted it and smiled. The new leaves gave the soup a better taste. The meal was simple, but it made everyone feel good. The crew sat together and talked, telling stories from their home world. After breakfast, Sam and Finn decided to explore farther from the camp. They wanted to find new food sources. They walked for a long time, looking at every plant, rock, and hole in the ground. Finn showed Sam a plant with long, soft stems and tiny white flowers. "This plant looks like something from my home," Finn said, touching it gently. Sam used the scanner and checked the plant. The screen showed no poison. Sam tasted a small bit and smiled. "This is good. It tastes a little sweet. We can try roasting it." They collected as much as they could carry and headed back to the camp. On the way, Finn asked Sam about Earth. "What do humans eat?" Finn asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. Sam laughed. "We eat all kinds of things. Bread, meat, fruit, vegetables, even things from the sea." My favorite food is apple pie. It's sweet and warm and smells like home. Finn listened closely. What is bread? He asked. Sam explained, using simple words. Bread is made from ground seeds called wheat, mixed with water, salt, and sometimes a little sugar. You cook it until it is soft inside but has a hard shell. It's very good with soup. Finn smiled. Maybe we can try to make something like bread with these plants. Back at the camp, Sam showed everyone the new plant. He roasted the stems over the fire until they turned brown. The Yllari tried them and were surprised by the sweet taste. Even Zara looked happy as she chewed on a roasted stem. Sam started to think that maybe they could survive on this strange planet for a while longer. In the afternoon, the weather changed. Dark clouds gathered in the sky, and the wind grew stronger. The crew quickly gathered their things and moved. Inside the shelter, the wind howled and dust blew everywhere. Sam felt worried, but the Yllari stayed calm. Zara spoke to her crew in a gentle voice, reminding them to trust each other and stay close. Sam looked at his small kitchen. Some of the food supplies blew away in the wind, but he kept the most important things safe. Finn helped him cover the pots and keep the fire burning low. The storm lasted for hours. The shelter shook, but it did not break. When the storm was over, the crew went outside to look at the damage. The camp was a mess, but everyone was safe. Sam checked the plants. They had collected. Most were still good. The blue fruit was covered in dust, but Sam washed it with water and made another big pot of soup. As they ate, Finn started singing a simple song from his homeworld. The tune was soft and slow. The other Yllari joined in, their voices rising. Together, Sam listened, feeling lucky to be a part of this moment. The song was about finding light in the dark and hope after fear. That evening, Sam sat with Finn and Zara. The stars shone bright in the sky, and the camp was quiet except for the crackling fire. Finn thanked Sam for teaching him to cook. You have given us more than food, Sam. You have given us hope and something to do. I do not feel as scared now, Zara nodded. You are not just a cook, Sam. You are one of us. Sam felt his eyes fill with tears, but he did not let them fall. He was just happy to help. He promised himself he would keep looking for new foods and keep the crew's hope alive until someone came to rescue them. He knew that as long as they worked together, they could survive anything. That night, as Sam fell asleep under the alien sky, he dreamed of apple pie, roasted roots, and the sound of the Yllari singing. He was far from home, but he was no longer alone. Sam woke up to a quiet camp. The wind had died down, and there was no sound except for the gentle movement of small leaves outside. He was the first to get up, so he took a walk around the camp to check if everything was safe. The ground was still wet from last night's storm. Sam looked at the sky and saw new clouds, but they looked soft and harmless. He checked on the food supplies first. Some plants were a little dry, but most were fine. The blue fruit was almost finished, so Sam made a note to look for more later. He picked up some roasted roots and shared them with Finn, who had just woken up. Finn rubbed his eyes and took the food, smiling. Thank you, Sam. Are we going to look for new plants today? Finn asked. Sam nodded. Yes, we need more blue fruit and maybe something else too. Let's see if we can find something better. Finn helped Sam pack their small bag with tools and some water. The other crew members offered to join, but Zara told them to stay and fix the shelter. Some of the roof panels had come loose in the storm, and it was important to keep everyone safe. Zara gave Sam a small radio so they could call for help if something went wrong. Sam and Finn started walking away from the camp, taking a new path they had not tried before. The ground became rocky, and strange red flowers grew between the stones. Sam stopped and picked one. He used the scanner, which beeped but showed a yellow light. This one is not safe, Sam said, and Finn threw it away. They kept moving, careful not to step on anything sharp. Sam looked everywhere for blue fruit vines, but he could not see any. They climbed over a small hill and saw a valley on the other side. In the middle was a group of tall, thick plants with wide leaves and small yellow berries. The berries looked juicy and fresh. Sam had never seen them before. Sam and Finn went closer. Sam picked one berry, cut it in half, and checked it with the scanner. The screen showed a green light. "This one is safe to try," Sam said. He tasted the berry and was surprised. "It is sour, but not bad. We can use it for cooking or maybe make a drink." Finn tasted a berry too. His face made a funny look and he laughed. "It's very sour, but I like it. I think the others will like it too." They picked as many berries as they could and filled their small bag. Sam looked around and saw more useful plants, long, thin stems with round bulbs at the bottom. He picked one, peeled the skin, and tasted a small bit. It tasted sweet and watery, like a mix between a melon and a cucumber. The scanner showed it was safe. With their bags full, Sam and Finn returned to camp. The walk back was hard because the bag was heavy, but both of them were excited. The other crew members cheered when they saw the new food. Even Zara looked pleased. "You two have done well," she said. "Let's see what you can make with these." Sam and Finn started cooking right away. They used the sweet bulbs in a stew, mixing them with old roots and a few blue fruits they had left. The sour berries were used to make a drink. Sam crushed them and mixed them with water. The smell was fresh and sweet. As the food cooked, the crew sat around and watched. The mood was different now. The crew talked and joked, and Sam heard someone laughing for the first time since the crash. When the food was ready, everyone took a bowl. The stew was thick and tasted much better than before. The sour drink was strange, but it made everyone feel cool in the hot air. While they ate, Zara called Sam and Finn to sit beside her. "You have given us more than food," she said. "You gave us something to look forward to. Every meal is new, and every day we are stronger." Sam felt shy, but happy. He looked at Finn, who nodded and smiled. "I like learning from you," Finn said. "I want to be a cook like you so I can help others too." Sam agreed to teach Finn more. Together they wrote down what plants they had used, which were good and which were not. Sam showed Finn how to boil, roast, and mash, and even how to mix different foods to make better flavors. That afternoon, Sam saw the crew working on the shelter. Some used ship parts to fix the roof, while others made new chairs and tables out of broken metal. The camp was starting to look more like a home than a crash site. Sam felt proud every time someone thanked him. Later, Finn asked if Sam could make something sweet. Sam thought for a long time, then remembered how people made candy at home. He took some sweet bulbs, mashed them, and mixed them with a little of the sour berry juice. He heated the mix over the fire and let it cool on a flat stone. The mix became sticky, almost like jelly. Finn tasted it and smiled wide. "It's not like candy from my home, but it is sweet and good." The rest of the crew wanted to try. Everyone got a small piece, and for a few minutes it was as if they had forgotten about being stranded. Sam felt glad. He knew how hard it was to feel normal after a disaster, but something as simple as a sweet treat could help. That night, as they sat around the fire, Zara spoke to everyone. She told the crew how proud she was and how lucky they were to have Sam and Finn. "Every day we grow stronger," she said. "We work together and we find new ways to live. We must not give up hope." Sam listened, thinking about how far they had come. They still had no rescue, but they had each other. The stars above looked brighter than before, and the camp was filled with the smell of fresh food. As he went to sleep, Sam promised himself that he would keep finding new recipes and new ways to help. He knew that food was not just about staying alive, it was about giving hope, bringing people together, and making even the hardest days a little easier. Sam smiled as he drifted off, dreaming of the next meal he would cook for his friends. The days passed slowly on the deserted planet, but the camp became more lively with each sunrise. The Yulari crew had grown stronger and healthier, and the feeling of sadness was now replaced with hope. Every day, Sam and Finn searched for new plants and made new meals. Their teamwork made the days pass faster and brought smiles to the tired faces of the crew. One morning, Sam woke up to a strange sound. He walked out of the shelter and saw two small creatures near the edge of the camp. They had brown fur, long ears, and big eyes. The creatures were sniffing around the remains of last night's meal. Finn came out too and watched the animals. I have never seen anything like them before, Finn said quietly. Sam smiled and watched as the animals slowly walked closer to him. He tossed a small piece of roasted root on the ground. The animals sniffed it, then ate it quickly. The crew watched in silence. Zara stepped forward, her eyes careful. Are they safe? She asked Sam. I think so, Sam said. They seem harmless. Maybe they live near here and are hungry too? The animals stayed near the camp for a while, eating bits of food the crew gave them. Sam thought it was a good sign. If animals could survive here, maybe there were more plants to find? He made a note to look for the animals' tracks next time he searched for food. Later that day, Sam and Finn followed the creatures' footprints into a small forest near the valley. They found more types of plants, including tall grass with yellow seeds and a bush with red fruit. Sam used the scanner to check the new foods. The yellow seeds were safe, but the red fruit was not. He took a few seeds and put them in his bag. On the way back, Finn was quiet. He looked at Sam and said, "Do you think we will ever get home?" Sam stopped and thought about it. "I hope so," he said. "But until then, we can make this place feel like home. You have become like family to me, Finn. All of you have." Finn smiled, feeling comforted. They returned to camp and showed the seeds to the crew. Sam crushed the seeds, mixed them with sweet bulb paste, and roasted them over the fire. The seeds popped and turned brown. The new food was crunchy and smelled good. When the crew tasted it, they cheered. Even Zara laughed out loud, something Sam had never heard before. That night, the crew gathered for a special meal. Sam wanted to make it feel like a celebration. He used everything they had: sweet bulbs, blue fruit, yellow seeds, and the sour berries to make a big stew. He also made small, crunchy seed cakes and the sweet jelly treat. The fire burned bright, and the air was filled with the smells of cooking. Before eating, Zara stood and spoke. To everyone, "We have been through much trouble," she said. "But we are alive and strong. Sam has shown us that we can find hope in new places. He taught us to look for good things even when the world feels empty." The crew raised their bowls and ate together. They shared stories from their homeworlds and even told jokes. Finn told Sam about his little brother, who always made everyone laugh at dinner. Sam told Finn about his grandmother, who had taught him to cook and always said that food was a way to show love. After the meal, Sam and Finn cleaned up and sat by the fire. The two small animals returned and curled up nearby, enjoying the warmth and bits of food. The stars above seemed to shine brighter, and the whole camp felt peaceful. The next day, Sam woke up early and decided to teach Finn how to make a special bread, like he had told him about before. They used the yellow seeds, crushed them into powder, and mixed them with water and sweet bulb paste. The dough was sticky, but they shaped it into small round cakes and cooked them on a flat stone over the fire. The bread smelled wonderful as it cooked. When it was ready, Sam broke one open and gave half to Finn. "Try it," he said. Finn took a bite and closed his eyes. "It's amazing. It is soft inside and sweet. Thank you, Sam." The other crew members wanted to try the bread too. Soon, everyone had a piece. The new food made everyone happy and full. Finn laughed and said, "Now I can cook something from Earth." The camp felt more like a home every day. The Yulari built a small garden near the shelter to grow sweet bulbs and blue fruit. Finn started to teach other crew members how to cook the meals Sam had invented. Even Zara helped sometimes, and she learned to roast the yellow seeds until they popped. One afternoon, as Sam was teaching Finn how to make jelly candy, the radio crackled. A voice came through, quiet and far away. Zara rushed over and listened. The voice was speaking in Yulari language, but Sam could see the captain's face change from worry to hope. "It's a rescue ship," Zara said, her eyes shining. "They have found our signal. They are coming." The news spread quickly, and the whole crew cheered and hugged each other. Sam felt both happy and a little sad. He had grown to love his new friends and the strange little planet that had become their home. That night they had one last big meal under the stars. Sam cooked all his best recipes. Finn played music on a small instrument, and the crew sang along. The animals joined them, sleeping by the fire. Sam looked around at the smiling faces and felt proud. He had come to this planet as a stranger, but he was leaving as a friend and a part of a new family. The meal was not just about food, but about hope, courage, and the simple kindness of sharing what you have with others. As he fell asleep, Sam thought about the journey ahead. He would miss this place and these people, but he knew that wherever he went, he could always bring a little piece of home with him in every meal he made. The morning of the rescue was cool and bright. Sam woke up before anyone else and sat near the fire, watching the suns rise over the empty desert. It was strange to think that his time on the deserted planet was almost over. For many days he had been worried and busy, searching for food and helping the Yulari crew. Now everything felt quiet, like the calm before something new. Soon the Yulari crew began to wake up. Finn was the first to join Sam. He sat beside him and looked at the sky. "Today is the day, isn't it?" Finn asked softly. Sam nodded. "I think so. The rescue ship will come soon. Are you excited?" Finn looked down at his hands. "I am happy, but I will miss this place. I learned so much from you, Sam. I never thought I could cook or find food in a place like this. You gave us hope when we needed it most." Sam smiled and put a hand on Finn's shoulder. "You helped me too, Finn. I was scared at first, but working with you made me strong. You have a good heart." While they talked, the others began to clean up the camp and get ready for the rescue. Zara checked the radio again and spoke to the rescue ship, giving directions to their location. Some of the crew packed their things while others helped Sam, and Finn gathered the last of the food supplies. The two little animals stayed close, as if they knew something big was happening. Sam wanted the last meal on the planet to be special. He worked with Finn to make a breakfast using everything they had left: blue fruit, sweet bulbs, and the yellow seed bread. The crew sat together, sharing food and memories. Sam looked at each face and remembered the first days after the crash, when everyone was hungry and afraid. Now the crew was healthy and smiling. They talked about going home and seeing their families again. After breakfast, Sam taught Finn how to cook the bread one more time. He showed him how to grind the seeds, mix the dough, and cook it over the fire. Finn made a perfect round bread and shared it with everyone. Zara tasted the bread and smiled. "You are a good cook, Finn. You have learned well from Sam." The sound of engines came from the sky. Everyone looked up and saw the rescue ship coming down. The ship was silver and large, shining in the sunlight. It landed near the camp, and the doors opened. Yulari rescuers came out, wearing bright uniforms and calling out to the crew. There were hugs and happy tears as the crew ran to greet their rescuers. One of the rescuers came to Sam and shook his hand. "You must be the human cook," the rescuer said in careful English. "We heard stories about you on the radio. Thank you for saving our people." Sam felt a little embarrassed, but he smiled and nodded. "I just did what I could. The crew helped me too." The rescuers brought food and water for everyone. The Yulari crew ate happily, but they told the rescuers that Sam's food was just as good as anything from home. Finn made sure to give the rescuers some yellow seed bread, telling them it was a new recipe from their time on the planet. As the crew packed up and got ready to leave, the two small animals came close to Sam. Finn knelt beside them and petted their soft fur. "They became our friends too," Finn said. "I hope they remember us." Zara gathered everyone for one last meeting before they left. She spoke in a strong, clear voice. "We survived because we worked together. We learned new things, shared our strength, and never gave up hope. Sam showed us that food is more than just something to eat, it is something that brings people together." She turned to Sam. "You are a true friend, Sam. If you ever visit the Yulari homeworld, you will always have a place at my table." Sam felt moved by her words. "Thank you, Zara. I would like that very much." The rescue ship was ready to go. The Yulari crew climbed inside, helping each other and carrying the last of their supplies. Finn stood at the door and waved at Sam. "Will you come with us, Sam? We could use a cook like you on our journeys." Sam thought for a moment. He looked at the sky and remembered Earth, his family, his old kitchen, and the foods he loved. He also thought about the friends he had made here and the adventures he had shared. I want to visit the Yulari world someday, Sam said, but for now I think I need to go home. My family is waiting for me and I have stories to tell them. Finn smiled and nodded. I will never forget you, Sam. As the rescue ship lifted off, Sam watched from the ground. He waved until the ship was only a bright light in the sky. The camp was quiet again, but Sam did not feel lonely. He had memories of every meal, every laugh, and every challenge they had overcome. Later, Sam's own rescue team arrived from Earth. He told them everything that had happened. They listened with amazement as Sam described the strange plants, the new recipes, and the Yulari friends he had made. Sam was tired, but he felt proud of what he had done when he finally got back to Earth. Sam was welcomed as a hero. His family hugged him and asked him to cook his favorite meal. As he worked in the kitchen, he remembered the days on the deserted planet. He added a little blue fruit to his recipe and smiled, thinking of Finn and the Yulari crew. News about Sam's cooking spread fast. People wanted to hear his story, and many asked him to teach them about alien foods. Sam began to write a book about his time on the planet. Sharing his recipes and the lessons he had learned, he never forgot the Yulari crew, and he sent messages to Finn whenever he could. He hoped to visit the Yulari world one day and cook another meal with his friend. Even on Earth, Sam kept a small garden with sweet bulbs and blue fruit, growing them as a memory of his time far from home. Every time he cooked, he remembered that food could bring hope, friendship, and courage, no matter where you were in the universe.